Oh, back like we never left. Make sure everybody's on there. What's up? Peace, kings, queens.
Good evening.
It's good. Thank you, everybody, for joining us for another evening of Real Talk. No filter with the doctor and the realist.
Good evening, guys. Happy Thursday.
Come on in, everybody. Pull up, as they say. Pull up, pull up. Get yourself comfortable. We talking about one today. Everybody want to know what apply. You know the rule.
Absolutely.
If it don't apply,
let it fly.
Let it fly.
Good evening. We see you, IG. We see you, YouTube. We see you, Facebook. Hey, Jess, one of our most loyal supporters. We love
Appreciate
you, sis.
your feedback, Jess. Thanks for love.
Yes.
And the input as well.
Absolutely.
Come on, everybody.
Thank you.
If it's your first time joining us, check us out. Please hit that like and subscribe. If you're on Instagram, please follow the Doctor and the Realist. And go to our YouTube page where we have all these nice videos, interesting videos. And please like and subscribe immediately.
Absolutely.
Appreciate y'all.
All right, babe, let's get into this topic.
Hold on, hold.
I'm ready to go.
You know we ready to go up the edge, but introducing our special guest as always, the Brown. Yes, I'm gonna take this first because today was a long day. You never had one of those days you're like, dang, this show is a labor of love, y'all. Let me tell you. Me and my wife are over busy. And with 4 kids, we still like, how are we gonna do this show? All right, let's just do it.
Let's just do it.
Sip to y'all. Come on.
Sip to y'all.
Let's get it.
Let's get it.
All right.
Everybody coming in. Hey, guys. Hey. Okay, let's get
back
started
in my element. So let's go. You want to go, or you know me? I'm ready to chop some heads off. I'm gonna let you finesse us in this.
Okay.
All right, go ahead, finesse us.
Tonight we're talking about all kinfolk. All skinfolk.
All skinfolk.
Ain't kinfolk.
All right now.
Translation: when family be doing the most. Translation: when family ain't the best.
Ish. Yeah. But it ain't just your family too. That could also matter. That could also include co-workers that are kind of like family that you're really cool with. And you thought they had your back, and come to find out, just because they're either a sister, brother, or your, similar ethnicity, people feel like, oh, they're gonna hold it down, or they never gonna snitch on me, they never gonna hate on me. But meanwhile, those be the main ones.
Absolutely.
The main ones.
So this topic tonight is big because everyone comes from some kind of family. Yeah. Right? As most
fucked up. That's the average. That seems to be the norm in today's society. Nobody got a normal family no more. Somebody say they got a normal family.
There's no such thing as normal.
Ain't right
There's
with you.
no such thing as normal. There's
Stop
no such thing as normal. But as most of you know, and for those who are new watching tonight, I'm a marriage and family therapist. So for at least 10 years, I've been seeing families of all kinds, all races, or ages, or colors, or financial, monetary, dynamics, but they were rich, poor, whatever you want to say. I've been seeing families of everything. And it just seems like people and families cannot get it together.
It's hard.
And we really want people to chime in on this. And listen, people may feel some kind of way because
they always do.
Some things you think about you may experience these things firsthand, but I don't understand why it is so difficult for family members to just have some kind of peace. Why is there always toxicity and drama and hurt and pain and trauma that we just keep passing on from generations to generations? And why are these things not being addressed?
Absolutely. Well, from all the toxic crusaders out there, y'all know where I come from. I got to answer for every damn thing. I come from the experience of life. I come through making a bunch of mistakes or watching other people's mistakes and learning from that shit. Pay attention to people. Like Maya Angelou used to say, when somebody tells you who they are, believe them. Yeah, I'm a common sense expert. Right. If it don't make sense, it ain't going to add up to me, and I'm going to be the first one to let you know. So toxic family, toxic co-workers, toxic friends come in all shapes and colors, y'all.
Yep.
And a lot of times, the ones that are the closest to us hurt us the most.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
And it's sad because I come to find that just my husband and I's experience, strangers, and when we say strangers, people we don't know, people who aren't related to us, people who are just
Have nothing
acquaintances,
invested in us.
nothing
We don't
invested
owe
in
them
us. We
nothing. They
don't owe
don't
them
think we owe them
nothing.
nothing.
Yeah.
But they see something inside of us and they want to invest.
And
they want to build. And they're consistent.
Absolutely.
They give from their heart. It's
Yeah.
not conditional love. It's unconditional love.
Absolutely.
And your own family most times can't even muster that shit up for you.
Yeah.
It'd be somebody hurting in your family and decide they want to tell your business because what?
Yep.
They don't got no business of their own.
Yep.
Or nothing positive going on. So
Mm-hmm.
now you the talk of the town.
Mm-hmm. So we know people have been hurt from family from so many different ways, right? Like, let's get into it. Let's talk about it. Being lied to, deception, infidelity, stealing.
Oh, it's grimy.
Like, people that steal
adulterers,
from you. Listen, I realize people that steal from you is usually your family. Because it's somebody that knows your moves, somebody that's patterns. In and out your house.
They know your ins
and outs.
Every
family that steal from you. And why is it that we feel like it's okay if a family member steals from you? It's okay. We'll forgive.
It ain't okay.
No, it's not okay.
It ain't okay. A lot, especially my generation, we busting your ass for that. You know, we might fight you and we be friends after that. But if we catch you stealing or doing something to us, we gonna confront you. You know, you getting that. We need that time with you for real. Now the generation above us was like, oh no, let bygones be bygones. You know, Oku so and so is struggling with his drug addiction.
So okay, we gotta
love them. He ain't right. Just forgive him. The Lord will deal with him. Yeah, there's a lot of that in the family. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people don't want to swallow bullshit.
Yeah.
This is the biggest thing with me when it comes to family, friends, coworkers, whatever. They want to embarrass you in public. Right? Go on the internet, talk shit about you, go on whatever social media platform, put these big things of everything they think about shit they've been hiding since the Nintendo era in their system. Since you was playing video games as kids, right? They will put all that shit, right? But then they know they did ass wrong and they'll never go on that same platform and apologize as loud as they did in public.
No.
If they do apologize, it's gotta be in private. Oh, I'm
it'll
sorry.
It'll be a DM, it'll be a text message.
Oh, forgive me. My bad. I was going through something.
Nope.
Why is the apology never as loud as the embarrassment?
Feel like this. You want to try to embarrass someone in public or disrespect your family member in public, you should be bold enough to apologize in public.
Exactly.
And if you don't, keep that same energy when we see you. Just saying.
Period.
You know what I'm saying? Just keep that same energy when the person sees you instead of always hiding behind. But why does it have to be family to do that?
But they said in the Bible, people cast stones and hide their hands. Where do you think that come from? That's from family members, man. Family members will set you up. They talk some crazy shit to you and they act like, oh, I didn't mean it. I was in a desperate situation. And we're not just putting on family members too. A lot of times you'll be friends with people for, a good amount of times, 5, 10, 20, 30 years. And come to find out, they grimy. They never liked you. Yeah. They only hang around so they can energy vampire off of you. You know, every mistake you make, oh, you did this, you did that. But those same people be suffering.
Absolutely.
They don't have none of the blessings that they complained about you having.
Yeah.
They don't have none of the skills. They don't have to do none of the sacrifice. But it's real easy for them to talk about what you haven't done for them, what you owe them.
Absolutely.
We never talk about, all right, how can we build with that person?
Absolutely.
How can we fix that person's issues? All right. If they're struggling with this substance, if they're struggling with this thing, oh no, that's your problem. That's your family problem. Go to God with it.
Go to God with it. Yep. All the time.
We don't hold these family members accountable.
Not at all.
Steal from your kids. Oh, let him go. Let that go. He'll get his. Let bygones be bygones.
You gotta forgive.
Where do you draw the line, fam?
Absolutely. Where does the respect come in with
Where do you draw the line?
You know what I'm saying? I've also seen a lot of families hold a lot of secrets and brush things under the rug.
It is.
A big thing, which is a huge problem. And I see this. I thank God I've never had to experience this in my life, but where there's a lot of molestation in a family and they keep it a secret. 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 And they keep it and keep it going. Oh, we're not going to say anything. We're not going to press charges against so and so son. Well, that's your cousin. That's grandpa. That's dad. That's auntie. But this person has been touching children in the family for years. And you want to keep this a secret. That is
A lot. Listen,
extremely
and my heart goes out
toxic.
to everyone that suffered from that. But there's two sides to every
Absolutely.
story too, because a lot of times, children, for whatever reason, get a narrative in their head, and they don't understand the consequences of what they're saying. They
Hmm.
might want to get back at you for something that has nothing to do with no
No,
interaction.
I'm not talking about a kid that lies. And let me tell you, let me
No, but
break
what
it.
I'm saying is, there's two sides to every story.
Kids don't lie about stuff like that because kids don't understand that. Kids don't lie about being
So you don't think?
molested.
So you never did. You know, I'm not talking about just a kid, but you never thought there was a girl that accused a young man of rape and he didn't commit it.
That's
You
not.
hear about that all the
But
time.
listen, rape is not the same thing as molestation in the family.
Okay, forgive me.
Yeah.
Forgive
Two
me for
different
blurring
things.
the
Yeah.
two subjects.
Two different things.
See,
Rape.
that's why you got the
rape,
expert here, because
yeah.
you know I'll be like,
And
all that shit is
college, yeah,
all that shit.
in the family, whether it's by stepdaddy, auntie, uncle, a cousin, older cousin, grandparent, all of this. So like I said, I've seen clients come in where a man came in and said that he found out that his father was molesting his daughters. And then the truth came out that his father had been molesting his sisters.
Yeah,
And this was a cycle for years kept in the family.
I think there's not strong enough like civil penalties for certain stuff like that, because I think our children are not protected at all.
They're not protected from their own family, first and foremost, because nobody wants to press charges.
But
Nobody wants to
imagine
confront
if there was a death penalty associated to that behavior.
anyone.
Do you think people would still commit it as much?
No, because nobody's snitching on them in the family. No one in the family is doing anything to persecute them. It takes the person.
Somebody in the family would take it there if that was really the case.
It takes the victim to when they become an adult and be like, "You did this to me." Then that's when trials and things start happening.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah, that's true.
You understand? So we got that issue. The issue of siblings not talking to each other for years.
Mostly over
Money. Usually over money. Something that was said,
root of all
siblings
evil.
not talking to people for years.
You talking 15, 20
years,
30 plus years I haven't talked to my sibling.
You don't even understand why. I could never picture not talking to my brother. What could be, again, unless anything short of like molestation and it like that, but I'm just talking about just money, a disagreement, not talking to your siblings. We instill in our children all the time that, God forbid, something happens to us, you four have each other.
Yes.
I don't want to ever hear y'all fighting over no money, no spouse.
Nothing. You're supposed to be
no
looking out for each other.
Because you have each other. And we're not saying no one's right, no one's wrong, but what is the problem in these families, right? Yes, be silly childhood grudges that you guys can't let go. So why at the family we keep these narratives going?
I just don't like that coward bullshit. My whole thing is like, if you got a problem with me when you see me, or you have my number or communication, call me. We could talk about it. I'm gonna give you, whether I don't have to agree with you, but I'll definitely take the call and we could converse on it. But I'm not gonna sit there and let you, somebody that I don't even talk to or really break bread with, that you pop up on social media and now you talking shit about something you don't know nothing about. You putting out false narratives because you don't got one side of a story, but you don't know the whole thing. And this is somebody that you consider family. This is somebody that call you family. Somebody said that they love you.
Yeah. And this is seen all the time. You know how much times I see on my timeline family bickering back and forth, family
it's
airing
disgusting,
each other
y'all.
out. Why?
For what?
For what?
Why are you telling somebody else's business? Like, if it's really that serious, that's crazy that you're not mature enough to talk to that person.
You're really telling your own business too, because you're talking about what's going on in your family.
Because a lot of these people, especially those family members, are thirsting for attention. Their life sucks. They don't like who they are. It's hard waking up and looking at who I am and being content with it. So they'll come on social media and they judge everybody like they Jay-Z and Beyonce. Like they got their shit together when you got more grind and dirt connected to everybody else. Why you wonder why most of the family really don't F with you?
Yeah.
Because they know who you are. They know how you are.
Yeah. Yeah. So, it's very sad and disheartening that so many families are broken. You
It
know what I'm
is, y'all. We
saying?
got to start doing better as individuals because these
Absolutely.
relationships that we're having, I don't want to get on the grandparent generation, but
Oh,
listen, I didn't get the clause that y'all not accountable, y'all not allowed no more.
it's
Unfortunately, I was
it,
raised by my grandparent. You know what I'm saying?
likewise.
He spent as much time as he possibly could with me. He made me feel treasured. He made me feel great. We went on, we could go to the corner store and it felt like an adventure when I was with my grandfather.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But this generation seems like our moms, our dads, they not feeling that same connection with our kids. It's like they can't wait
Yeah.
for them to pick them up.
Yeah.
They only want to see them when it's convenient for them.
Yeah.
Or come bring them to me. They don't never come hold you down or whatever. That's not the motive. And
That's
don't get me wrong,
different.
we're not talking directly about anybody because
Yeah.
it's our responsibility to raise our children.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
We made those children. Those are under our guardianship. But we're talking about
In
spending
general.
time with an elder. With my
Yeah.
grandmother, and she had Sundays smelling like her whole house smelling like cakes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That baked chicken.
Mhm.
Those are memories that stay in my mind forever.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
But
saying?
listen, another side to it, I
We
think
don't have that no more. That's the point I
no.
was trying to make. We don't have
Yes.
that. We need more
But
of that.
what
More accountability, grandparents,
yeah,
uncles,
yeah.
aunts,
Aunts, uncles, grandparents,
siblings. You say you family.
siblings,
Where you
yes.
at?
You know what it is? This generation is very different because one, social media plays a big part. So everybody's caught up in the hype of it. That
That's
they don't
fake
have
connection.
time. Yes, fake
That's
connection.
faking that. Oh, I liked your bit. I liked it. So
Yeah.
we cool like that. But if I got
Mhm.
a business going on, oh, I ain't got nothing. I'm broke today. I
I
can't
can't support.
I can't invest in
I
you.
can't support. But
Wait, I got to get my
listen.
brown liquor, the doctor
So
and the
I feel like
realist.
social media takes away from that because we didn't have that when we were younger. So we were able to spend, we knew our parents were working and things like that.
Yeah.
Grandparents took care of us and things like that.
Right.
So we're in a society now where everybody's trying to either they have no choice but to work really hard, or they trying to live their best life because when they had kids really young and now they in their 50s, 60s. So they like, listen,
And it's
I
their
don't
time.
got time for
I
my
don't want to do it. And we dig that. We dig
We
that.
get it.
But
We
this
get
is
it.
my thing, okay? Listen to me very carefully.
Mhm.
It seems like y'all never super grandparents until somebody else is watching.
Mm.
When it's just us, headaches, come get them, tired, your responsibility, you figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
When somebody else is around, those my grandbabies, they my life, they my jewels. That's my niece and my nephew. You know that's, and you ain't seen this person in a million so and so.
Yeah.
I guess that happy birthday on Facebook covers it, huh?
Yeah.
And I'm not taking shots. I get it.
This is general because
I get it.
This is across the board.
This is not singling
board.
anybody out specifically,
Mm-hmm.
but ask yourself, are you giving that same relationship to this child that you claim you love?
Yeah.
When they blow up, when they become whatever they gotta be, then you want to, hey, uncle, hey, I did everything for you. Don't you want to be proud? Don't you want to have that spot at that table instead of faking the funk, showing pictures every now and then? Oh, I'm with my grandkid. I'm with my grand, but you're not really in their life on the daily.
Yep, hold on. Jess says, I feel like a lot of people only invite family to gift-related events, not just to spend quality time together.
Exactly. It's a fun.
Absolutely.
Faking the funk, and we tired of it.
Absolutely.
Don't listen. I'm real selfish when it comes to my kids. My kids deserve the best. You know what I'm saying? And thank God, I got to thank my wife's parents specifically because they have sacrificed so much for my kids. My family, not so much. My family, real shaky. Really, really shaky when it comes to really being a part of my kids' life, really showing up, really being there. And they'd be like, oh, no, Russ, you don't bring it around. Nah. I don't hear that bullshit. You either choose to be in these kids' life or you're not. That faking the funk shit is over. I'm not going to front for you. You know what I'm saying? And you know what's even worse? I don't have to blow up your spot, but my kid is going to see you as a stranger. When you finally do come around, they're going to be like, who is that? Where they been? If they so-and-so to me, why haven't they been here for so-and-so? They know Nima. They know Pop. I'm being real with you. This is why we said all skin folk ain't kinfolk. It's a lot of people that want to front like it's family. but they ain't acting like family. They don't sacrifice. They want you to sacrifice. Hey, call you, check up on you every now and then. I heard you going through something. All right, let me talk about me real quick. All right, stay up now. They don't want to know about you. They want to hit you with their little shit and keep it moving, and their conscience is appeased. Why do we do that to each other, man? If I was blessed, any of my siblings to have children, my niece and my nephew, it don't even matter if we're in a good relationship with their father and mother. That's my niece and my nephew.
Absolutely.
I'm going to reach out to them. They're going to play with my kids. We're going to know each other.
And that's another problem. When adults have issues, they project it onto the kids. And my kids ain't going to see them. My kids ain't going to. That's a problem.
Big time.
When I was a kid, all my cousins, we played together. I was with my cousins all the time. I did not realize till I became a young adult that there was issues and things coming. Realized it was coming from the generations above us.
The adults.
It wasn't even us that had the problem.
The parents couldn't get it together.
The parents projected how they were feeling towards the other grown people onto the kids. And now cousins aren't playing with cousins anymore. That's a problem.
Or talking about cousins.
Or
going to events and talking about who did this, who did what, who spent this, who spent that.
Exactly.
But then you look at yourself, where you at today?
Yes.
Remember you had this person's name in your mouth?
Absolutely.
Where you at today?
Yeah.
Now you humble.
Yes.
Now you struggling.
Absolutely.
Now you don't want to be judged. Yeah, we taking it there today.
It's to the point where cousins not seeing each other. They start dating someone. You gotta ask, what's their last name? Make sure that's not your cousin.
Damn,
you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah,
because
family
want to keep everybody.
We brother and damn sister any damn way. Dumbasses say that every chance y'all get. Y'all know y'all look alike.
We're not brother and sister. We're not even nowhere the same family. But anyway,
we blending into each other. That's what happens when you love each other on another level and your relationship builds. You start to take on the characteristics of the person you love. If you in a relationship, you know. If you ain't been in a relationship in a while, that's why you looking for your difference, your opposite. That's why. And listen, I get it. That everybody ain't got to morph into somebody that you love like that. But when your spirit and your energy is similar like that, that's how it gets. That swag merges. A lot of y'all don't know about that because y'all don't be in relationships long enough to make no comparisons.
Oh my gosh. Okay, next point.
That's right.
Okay.
Loaded gun. The gun is loaded tonight. The brown is going.
It's loaded
tonight. We on it tonight.
Again, that's passed on to the kids. It's broken up. You understand what I'm saying? That's a problem within itself. Now, we transparency here because what me and my husband do, right? We transparent.
We don't bullshit, y'all. This is why we talk what we talk.
Listen.
And we walk what we walk.
We've been through things in our family, right? We had family members lie on us, make up stories about us, things that weren't true.
We had family members before I was even in the picture telling whole stories about my life that wasn't even real. Didn't even check or nothing. Just like, I heard he was so-and-so.
And I was like, who you talking about?
Don't he got a wife or something? Like, yo, really?
It's
really?
It's crazy.
That's what y'all gonna go with? Instead of just pulling up on us and saying, yo, what's going on, fam?
Just
who are you? Where you from?
Yes.
If you meet me, you know my energy. You know how I am. I'm gonna receive you based on how you come at me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to attack you because of some hearsay, he said, she said. And I'm going to be real with you. If I ever meet you and somebody else tells me some story like, oh, watch out for so-and-so, I don't trust that person sneaky talking about you. Because let me see that shit for myself. Yep. I'm a great judge of character.
Yep, just
very
happy.
Great judge of character.
Yes.
I always give people the opportunity to play themselves. I was telling my wife that. I said, that's a great thing about us being so strong is that we play defense. Most people attack us, and our reputation and all the other shit stands for itself. But we be want to bust motherfuckers in their mouth too. Please understand that shit.
I'd be like, why? You understand what I'm saying? Like, if you ever
because you damned if you do, damned if you don't. It don't matter if you're doing
and
good or bad. They still gonna talk shit about you because they don't got shit going on in their life. That's the point.
Let me tell you something. My husband and I were very open about what we've been through. I share my story on every platform. We faced eviction. We faced cars getting repoed. We both lost our job at the same time.
Owing money to family and having to write promissory notes.
Listen.
Like, I'm not going to get you back your bread.
I was in school
like, I'm
getting
no
my
good,
doctorate.
Right?
Listen, I was in school getting my doctorate. He was getting his master's at the same time. We had baby number 3 on the way. He lost his job. I stopped working for... People don't understand. We tell our story. We hold no secrets. We hold no lies. But it's so sad that even in our lowest point in our life, people were still talking about us.
That's it.
Even in our lowest point, people were still lying, talking about us. And we don't got nothing right now but our kids and God. And people still got our names out their mouth.
No one came to help. No one wanted to build. Nobody wanted to invest. Figure that shit out, y'all. We see you at the top, right? Make sure you save a seat for me.
And listen,
when you get your first million,
Doc. Let me tell you something.
Y'all know y'all heard that. We heard that plenty of times.
And let me tell you.
Plenty of times.
No, people could say, well, y'all chose to go to school. We did choose to go to school. Y'all chose to have those kids. Yes, we
No, congratulations. We finished school.
Congrats.
Come on now. You know how many y'all done signed up, ducking them loans and all that, and still didn't finish the program? Any money that I invested in a student loan, I got that paper. I finished that program. I got that certification. She got that doctorate. She published that. Yes. That's why we stand on our reputation. That's why we defend each other the way we do.
Yes.
And y'all got nothing better to do than come up with scenarios and talk shit about us. Yeah, it's nice and it's lovely in the comments, and we love y'all. And listen, the love is mutual. Thank you for everybody that supported us. We talk about the mofos that's sticking around just to keep talking shit.
And one thing I realized
that's
about
who I'm
family,
talking to.
And I'm not just saying, one thing I realized about family, yes, a lot of people, misery loves company. People
Damn right, misery love company.
But I realize in a lot of families, I see no matter how good you do, it's always something negative. You ever been around that family member when every time you see them, it's always something negative?
Always. Your accomplishment.
Negative.
Oh, he graduated. Oh, it took him so years. Oh, he got that car. It took him that so much time. If they going on that trip, make sure they give me that money they owe me. Yeah, y'all can't be happy for us. Meanwhile, y'all want to offer things. Oh, let me pay for your ring. Let me put that down payment on so-and-so. Like, oh, I already ordered so-and-so. But as soon as we say something that you don't like, yeah, all that get repoed. Return to sender. You don't deserve that. See, my whole thing is like, don't give me nothing if I got to deal with the conditional love connected to it.
Absolutely.
I'm sorry for whoever feels I owe them whatever they feel like I owe, but the level of disrespect that I had to endure from my blood, you got off lucky. You got off cheap. I could have burnt the motherfucking world down to show you how bad I was. But God is forgiveness. God is love. You know, as tough as I think I am and as good as I think I could fight, certain situations you can't use your hands. Certain situations you can't fight.
Yeah.
You got to take that pain. Yeah. You got to understand what true love is about. God taught me that love ain't nothing about looks, money, desires. It's about sacrifice. Why do you think Jesus gave his life for us? That was a sacrifice. That's real love. The problem is we don't want to sacrifice for nothing, but we want everybody to sacrifice for us in the world. All my single people out there looking for somebody, they don't meet your criteria. But the criteria that you have, is that an offering? Is that interesting? Is that bait? Is that something I could build with? Is that something I want? Something I want to court? Or you still working on yourself and I got to have myself perfect to have your time first? Man, got to have their money right. Got to have a nice car and all this. Or I don't want to deal with you. But then you keep dealing with the same men.
Oh, we got to do this next week.
Same cycle.
That's a good topic right there.
I'm just being real with you. Love is about sacrifice.
And sacrifice, absolutely.
Okay? And a lot of y'all don't know about it.
So the thing is, like I said, families. Why do these toxic, unhealthy cycles continue to happen in families? Whether it's stealing from someone, talking about someone, putting someone down, keeping kids away from each other, just never getting along, allowing negative things to happen, molestation and stealing. Why do we allow these things to happen? And it continues the trauma in the family. You
It does.
understand?
It's all like you explained to me too, and a lot of people know this term generational curses. We throw that around. We
Very
throw
real.
it very loosely because we heard
Very
our grandma
real.
used to talk about generational curses, but no, we inhibit a lot of generational curses.
Absolutely.
If you really do your reading and the scripture and all that stuff, those are our tendencies. Those are our connections to sin that our family will not break those bonds.
Absolutely.
Just like being in a relationship for 100 million years and not being married. I'm not taking no shots, but you know the rules behind the same Bible that we was raised on. Not committing adultery. We use that shit so loosely. Oh, I cheat on my wife, we divorce. Oh, he cheat on me, I divorce. We don't even take that shit serious. And then wonder why we got all these crazy diseases and all these crazy ass babies and these attachments and all this random energy out here.
And we wonder why our kids are crazy.
Wonder why our kids are
acting off the
crazy.
hook. Wonder why our kids can't even communicate. Wonder why our kids, even though they could come from a 2-parent home and still feel
And act like they ain't got no damn sense. Walk outside the house. Hey, mom, dad, everything is cool. Go out there. Demon time, y'all. What's good, yo? Let's get into some fucking problems tonight. That's what your kid is doing. When you don't know what they doing in them hours when they going over to so-and-so house. And watch also, skin folk, watch how you talk about people's kids. Because this is a big one. When you talk shit about people's kids, your niece, your nephews, your granddaughters, and all that other shit, that shit wind up happening back at home. Your kid be that kid that you was putting that shit on.
So let's talk about that.
Hold that shit.
Like I said, my husband and I, we dealt with a lot from family. People thought was
we just being real, yo. We just being real. And like I said, from the beginning of the show, if it don't apply, let it fly. But if you feel some type of way, you need to do some change in your life. You need to change.
Or if you feel
right
some
now.
kind of way because this is being done to you, we'll get to the point of how having introspection and being able to have peace within yourself from your toxic family. Because people could feel some kind of way because they're like, wow, this has been happening to me my whole life. I'm experiencing this in my family right now.
Toxic skin folk.
Yes, I'm experiencing this from my in-laws, from my siblings, from my it's very hurtful.
It's more common than y'all think, y'all.
It's very common.
I thought when I was, unfortunately, when I was going through my level of depression, which my wife identified was a form of depression, I thought I was the only man going through that. When I was going through issues with my immediate family, I thought I was the only person going through that. Seriously. And then I realized, wow, so many more brothers were struggling. So many more brothers haven't talked to their mothers and fathers in years. How many brothers out here that barely talk to their siblings or they just trying to hold it on for their single family? Taking it, listen, God having to defend their wife. Okay? This woman loved me. I finally found a healthy relationship. I finally found healthy love. And nobody wants to celebrate it. Everybody's mad because I should have planned their wedding. I should have made my wedding more available for them. You hear yourselves? My wedding should have been more conducive for you.
We should have got married in the United States, right?
Even if like my whole thing is like, even if you lent some money or didn't spend no money, I guess you wasn't gonna give no gift. I guess that shit was just chalked up, right? See, and this is what I'm talking about. The people I'm talking about, they didn't understand the commitment that I was engaging in. They didn't understand how powerful marriage was. Because that was a break of a generational curse. That was a direct break in my family. Being married, being loyal, being faithful, not to nobody else's husband or wife.
Facts, D.
Not living this double fucking life like, oh, so-and-so is mine too, but his so-and-so don't know. Or they do know. Yeah, her for me for him, me for her. That's it. We ain't put nobody but God above both of us. How we saying? God, spouse, children. That's our mantra. You understand? And so many people in my family were devastated by me breaking a generational curse. You're something that you think would be stronger for your family. That's why you understand when you decide to get married, you're immediately under attack.
Absolutely.
Especially if you love this person and you want best for this person and y'all both invested in God, you will be under attack.
Yes.
Shit will be coming from everywhere. People that don't even be relevant to you going to be telling you how to do your shit. And you going to have to deal with that. Me and my wife arguing about people we don't want at our wedding. Why'd you invite so-and-so? We couldn't just come together out of love and unite everybody. That was too selfish of us because they're not in happy relationships.
Yeah. And it's so crazy.
Come on now.
For people who aren't married or getting married, or people who've been married and have gone through this, because I hear so many stories and I didn't believe it until I was in it, right? So we dealing with all the just chaos going up to the wedding, right? We didn't even understand. You know, we knew we loved each other. We needed to get married. We were dealing with so much emotion. But it wasn't until almost a year later on our anniversary when we watched our wedding video that how God was in the mix of our marriage, and it was so beautiful.
Because y'all wanted us to ruin it.
Yes.
Y'all was so caught in y'all feelings that y'all couldn't even celebrate us.
Yep.
And y'all know who I'm talking to. I'm being very clear and bold now. You know what I'm saying? I held a lot of shit for years out of respect because I'm a dude. I'm that dude like that. I'm a heavy man when it comes to respect and morals and values. Anybody that really know me know that I stand on that. I'm not no grimy, sneaky, undercut nigga. That's never been my steez. Forgive my language. So I'm telling to y'all real. And all my people that are thinking about getting married, y'all better have these combos right now. You better start deciding who gotta come and who gotta go. Because when it's you and her, that's it. Against the world. Right or wrong. That's my writer. We go in that direction.
Absolutely.
I don't care what she made a mistake with. She don't care what I made a mistake with. From that point on, we ride together.
Yep.
So all those other distractions need to be identified and eliminated.
Yeah. And let me tell you this. Some people, like, they see these things coming before the wedding.
No,
we didn't see this to the day of our wedding.
Shit happening. No, we did see it. But then there's another thing that I want to get on because we so fucking real. We being real. God damn, y'all done took me out of the brown. I'm on it tonight, man. Okay? Facing yourself. Facing your own greediness.
Yes.
Putting your own intentions and what you deserve ahead of what's good for your family. Yeah, women, getting ahead of yourselves with that wedding that man can't afford, or not even being ready to be married.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let's focus on that because that's never situated. Most of us will fall off the cliff for you because you're the one we love. So we'll give you shit you don't even deserve. You don't even deserve it. But we will ride with you because we made that commitment to let you know I am your king. I am the king. My life is laid on the line for you and my family. And damn right I'm passionate about it. And can't nobody get in the way of that. Past or present.
Yes, clap for my husband. That's a great one.
That's when you know you're ready to be somebody's husband.
Yes.
That's when you know you're ready for this marriage thing. And that's not just some game.
Yeah.
I take my commitment not only with my wife serious, but my commitment and the covenant that we instill with God. Ain't no taking that back. You're not burning me in hell for your adultery. Your foul, toxic relationship, your pettiness, your greediness, your selfishness, your jealousy. I ain't taking none of that shit with me. You understand? Every coin that I have that you want to fight about, that you think I owe you, that's going to my kids. I'm not even stacking that to be. That's going to my children. So that y'all don't have to steal it from them when I'm gone. Yeah. Y'all need to start checking that family, man. So let's really start getting into who these people have been in your life all your life, and you don't hold them accountable for their bullshit. Now I understand you can't change nobody, but you can change your life. You can change your borders. You can change the barriers and the standards that you put up around your life. Listen. If you stole from my kids, you ain't allowed in my house no more.
Facts.
You lucky I ain't chop your fucking hand off. Facts. You understand? Yeah, I may forgive you. Go with God. I might not go chop your damn hand off like I'm supposed to, but you can't never break bread with me.
Facts.
We ain't clinging no glasses. You ain't hitting no spliff for me. You understand? That's it. And I'm doing that for me to protect me from not being here and getting rid of you. You see how that works? I'm looking out for you. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm very passionate about it because, like I said, these are people that live with you your whole life. Telling people they proud of you, telling that they love you, telling they sacrifice for you. but they be grimy, itemizing everything they did for you in your life. Why you did all that shit for me if you tell me what you did for me since birth?
Facts.
Like, come on, fam. Just a simple fact that I'm not on crack. Simple fact that I'm loyal to my wife. Simple fact that I'm not beating my kids. Simple fact that I'm an educated black man with his master's and a bachelor's degree. And I ain't out here knocking niggas over their head for their little coins. You should be proud of me. You should be trying to support more brothers like me that stand up for their family. You know, I see my kids every day. I don't take no time off. I don't get to go away for a week. I was just busting on my wife the other day. I said, you get a woman's retreat, you get a girls' night, you get all this. I don't get nothing. I gotta go chill with the homie for a little bit. His homie should come back.
He can do it though.
And I get that though. I get that. That's my choice. You understand? Because I understand my life is on the line for my family. But y'all not gonna mess with me on no bullshit. We not gonna tolerate no disrespect at all. I don't care. I'm telling you, this is your last warning. So whoever else try, you better be prepared. You better be prepared. Because we got God on our side. Who won't beat us?
Facts. Woo! That last 10 minutes was intense, family. Yes. Dr. Realist.
So we're not gonna drag this on too much. I like to say what I have to say.
Okay.
And I understand too, I do forgive a lot of people.
Yeah.
So yeah, as angry and as frustrated as I may seem, I still forgive you. That's the great part about me. I was that one in my family that always forgave.
Yeah.
When I wasn't in the mix of my family, they fell apart. With my absence, they fell apart.
Yeah.
That should tell you a lot. What type of man I am. What type of woman I've been blessed with. And these incredible kids that we're raising.
Yeah.
That don't have these biases, don't have these prejudices,
yeah.
have all these talents in the world, sports, basketball, flag football, dance. And my son plays any instrument, 5 years old, playing songs off of just his ear. Yeah, that's the next generation. That's what we invested in.
And it kills me with family that will disrespect my kids because they have an issue with me and my husband.
Because they got an issue with them.
It's sad to hear that a grown adult can make a comment like, I don't like your children. I don't want to be around your children because I don't like your significant other.
We won't be around your ass neither. Billy.
Understand? But it's the fact that family could even have the audacity to say that about innocent children.
But that's what it's not. It's not. They're not even. Listen, they're not even thinking about being innocent. Like she said, when miserable people are miserable, that's what they want to do. You can't expect better from a person that shows you they ain't shit. Yeah. Let's be real now. We forgive a lot of people, but we know originally they ain't manure on their best day. Okay? But we still allow these people into the fold. Instead of putting up these barriers and saying, listen, you come back around, that's your ass. You ain't allowed back around here now. You gotta be certain, you gotta be a certain person of integrity to be in these circles, to be in this space with us. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's not no cocky bullshit. That's real life. Yeah. Imagine if a lot of these rappers out here actually had real people that loved and cared about them. R.I.P. Pop Smoke. That man was murdered for nothing. And everybody, love Pop Smoke, they love the music, but they throwing on the clip, they throwing on the gang and all that. But when he needed y'all, where was y'all? He ain't had that brotherly protection. He ain't had that guard. And nobody even pulled him and said, listen, brother, if you are living wrong, you living foul, need you to move like this.
Absolutely. And family fighting over money. That's a big thing. Fighting, killing.
We be here all day. That's all they do. No one has no standards no more, yo.
Oh my gosh.
Because life is about survival now. Mm-hmm. It's the haves and the have-nots. There's no in between. Absolutely. We can't even fool ourselves and be like, oh, I'm middle class. I'm like, no. We all either you got it or you don't.
You're either wealthy or you're poor. One or the other.
That's the type of time it is. But listen, you gotta understand too. You can have a great life without valuing just money.
Absolutely.
One of the biggest things I heard on a podcast, 3 Wise Men podcast. I'm gonna shout you out, Kanal, Kareem, and City. Shout y'all out, Kings. Y'all talked about a father being not just a financial provider in the family, and how important his presence is, how important it is to show grooming techniques,
Yep.
how to engage with the opposite sex, how to protect a woman. Where you think a man is learning from to open the door for a woman? This generation don't know nothing about that because men ain't showing it.
Yep.
Women not understanding that, yes, I want a man to court me, not to bed me. We're not telling this to our daughters. We're not telling our daughters to respect their bodies, make better choices with their bodies. We finding out 3 months, 4 months, 6 months that they pregnant. They don't even want to tell you.
Ooh.
Got a whole body growing in you. And most likely those be the same people that was talking about your kid a month and a year ago. Yeah, man. This happens to everybody.
Absolutely.
This is in all of our families.
Absolutely.
And we try to ignore and try to act like, oh, nah, we don't know that. That don't happen. Like, no, that's, yes, you too. Yeah. What are we doing about it?
Absolutely. So, the biggest thing I see with these family is one of the biggest issues when it comes to family is poor communication and perspective. The reason why most people in families disagree and fight is because they have different perspectives.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? So again, all family could be in the same room and go through the same situation, right? But they all felt differently about it. One person felt disrespected. One person thought it was funny. One person was triggered and felt trauma. One person felt like this. Okay. Everybody has a different perspective from the same situation.
And a different reaction.
Okay. You understand what I'm saying? I've counseled plenty of families where they didn't talk or they had contention. And once we got through therapy, they realized the view they had of their childhood was all different. Because one was getting physically abused, one was getting molested, one wasn't happening to nothing but felt like she was getting left out. Another one was on drugs and left the house at 18, and the rest felt like they abandoned her. But they all had they came from the same household.
They all thought their story was the worst case scenario.
They all thought they was getting the worst treatment.
Only one going through it, right?
But that's poor communication because they never talked about it.
Because we don't communicate
trauma.
We don't communicate. We're not encouraged to tell trauma. I'm a very energy sensitive person. So if I notice something is wrong, I'm going to feel it first. I'm like, you okay? I can tell from your body language. And you ever notice how somebody tell you like, no, I'm all right. Yeah. Because they don't want to talk about it. Because we haven't been encouraged to talk about emotional trauma.
Absolutely.
We shun it.
Absolutely.
You're embarrassed of it. You should be ashamed that happened to you. Don't tell anybody that. If you do tell somebody, you're gonna ruin your family. And that's all of that is BS. All of that's garbage.
Yeah. And that's
because somebody's hiding
it with money too.
Hiding the evil.
Hiding the evil. So also too, a lot of people in the family who's hurt and been through stuff from generations, they acted nasty to you because they hurt. They haven't dealt with their hurt, their trauma, whatever happened, their abuse they dealt with when they was a kid, losing a parent at a young age, and never getting therapy for it.
Untreated grief.
Therapy for it. Listen, anybody born before 1995 probably never talked about therapy in their house ever.
It wasn't encouraged. It was taboo.
Ever. And we lived through the crack epidemic. So we had mommy, daddy, auntie, uncles, cousins on crack, and we wasn't talking about how that affected our life.
Nope. How about mom and dad?
Mom and dad.
Because a lot of us, either mom or dad, was struggling with that.
Yes.
Now, can you imagine what that does to your identity?
Yes.
Can you imagine what that does to how you feel about yourself? You got to have a real strong self-resolve and self-esteem to not fall into those same patterns.
Yeah.
Or to feel less than of because you came from a parent that's struggling with that.
Absolutely.
That you got, and that's where the need for actual grandparents and elders is necessary. Because even though I may have struggled, one of my parents have struggled with that type of addiction, I still had a grandparent that was a staple. I still had a grandmother, grandfather that showed me love.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I didn't even feel like the end of the world, even though my parent was on that journey.
Yeah.
I was shielded from that. People still loved to protect me. I felt normal. I didn't feel like I was jaded. I didn't feel like I was less than of because of it. And that's thanks to my grandparents and a strong mother.
Absolutely.
Single parent mother. Yes, I give my mom props. We have our disagreements, but Lord knows I wouldn't have made it today and who I am without her. She's one of the strongest women I ever met on this planet. All praise to her. Thank you to the Most High for giving me her. Even if we have issues. That's how special God made me.
Mm-hmm.
Telling you, man. It's about being better, y'all.
It's about being
It's
better.
about getting rid of those grudges. It's about growing up, man. We got to get over these daddy issues. Daddy wasn't there. That's all right. He's here now. Enjoy him.
Yeah.
And you make sure you're never that for your children.
Yeah.
I always tell my kids, I'm going to always be here for you. I don't ever want them to feel abandoned. I don't ever want them to feel like they're not loved, or because me and my wife can't get along in this relationship, that we not going to have their best interests in mind.
Yeah.
They don't deserve that. And they will not ever get that from us.
Absolutely.
As long as we breathe.
Yeah. He said you're right. Therapy was for crazy people. Absolutely.
Yeah, but we all crazy.
But we all crazy. But you know what?
So we all need therapy.
I'm a whole doctor. And my family still don't want to prescribe to therapy. People closest to me still
they do. They just don't know how to do it. You got to understand, this is a new age, and a lot of our elders, you know, social media and all the other stuff is new to them.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't want to say, well, you know, I never knew I had a problem until I listened to y'all show.
Yes.
Or something I heard that you said made me think about my own thing. Now, where do I go for help? You got to notice, if you ever go to my story, you ever go to Dr. Realist page, all you see is postings for my wife's services. We even offer counsel services. Do you see anybody taking advantage of that? Yeah, we get a seldom call here and there.
Yeah.
But if you love, you support us, we see what y'all doing on the internet. Yeah. Why y'all not reaching out for yourselves?
Wait, let me do you one better. I work for Taraji P. Hensley's organization. I've been there for 3 years.
Don't they give free sessions out?
They give free sessions. You know how many times I posted flyers every time a new round opened up?
Not
you get
interested.
5 free sessions. And you don't even have to pick me. There's tons of therapists, male and females, on there. Go get your 5 free sessions.
You don't even have to go on a train ride. You don't have to get car fare. You don't have to park your car nowhere. You can literally pull up on your phone or on your computer and tablet and get therapy, y'all.
And you get 5 free sessions.
And basically, barely no one's taking advantage of this. How could you still make excuses and you got all these resources available to you?
Absolutely. Charlemagne, he has an organization, Mental Wealth Alliance, where they have therapists that give free sessions.
And we need this, gentlemen.
Yes.
We need this, folks. We need this, ladies.
Yes.
Why these relationships keep failing? Why we don't got nobody who want to stay together no more? Mm-hmm. Why everybody getting, as soon as she cheats, as soon as she steals, we done. Relationship ain't worth nothing. Mm-hmm. Us praying to God, none of that. We didn't even consider that. Yeah. All we can see about is our hurt. Hurt people. That's all we could do.
I realize everybody wants to be in a relationship. They want the title of marriage, but no one wants to be in it for the long haul.
Nobody really ready for that shit.
Nobody wants to go through the
false expectations.
No one wants to go through the rainy days. Like New Edition said, can you stand the rain?
Can you stand the rain?
Most people can't.
Can you stand the rain?
People can't. Can you deal with each other when your kids are off the hook? When they make a really bad decision?
Yeah.
Knowing that you did everything to do what you can
check them out. I say this all the time. Y'all gathered up them dollars for that bail money. No problem. We got to get Man home. We got to get Ray out before they move him. Right? But we ain't going to work on the counseling. When we start seeing these young men strain from us, I'm going outside, coming back home late, hiding things from us, having monies, new sneakers with no explanation. It's not our problem. Yep. We don't want to deal with it. We don't want to face it. Yep. Right? We let the police deal with them if they don't kill them while they're trying to apprehend them.
Yeah, and then family.
But counseling?
But
that's unheard of. We ain't got money for that. We don't got no money for that. Yeah. Right? Yeah. But we all kinfolk.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Telling y'all, like, for real, man. I take a look in the mirror, not because I'm conceited, because I want to make sure I like what I see. You heard what I said? I look in the mirror every day, not because I'm conceited, because I want to make sure that I keep liking what I see. A lot of us ain't looking in no mirrors, y'all. but we energy vampires. We hiding from the truth.
Yeah.
We gonna keep ourselves shit. We keep them shades on.
Yeah. So if I'm sure every person on here tonight, we probably touched something in you.
A mix of emotions.
A mix of, and
I know
okay.
I've had. God damn, boy, I'm about to have a double tonight. Boy, boy, Ryan, I got work and stuff I gotta do tomorrow. Lord have mercy. You know? But listen, I'm happy to sweat out my trauma. Everybody done heard me loud and clear. Thank you for listening. Now let's move different, all right?
Yes.
I don't want to have to get at your ass for real.
Yes.
Okay.
So
okay,
if you had a mix of
right
emotion,
now.
whether you're dealing with this, maybe you're dealing with this in your family now, in your marriage, with your kids, maybe with your parents,
Not
with your siblings.
One.
You're not the only one.
You're not the only one.
So if you feel like someone who's dealt with any of this hurt, I want you to think about talking to your family about it. First, write it down on how you're feeling. When I have sessions with people, right, I'm an assignment therapist. I'm gonna give you an assignment, and I want you to have it done for me by the next session.
Do the work, y'all. Just like marriage, do the
listen,
work.
One assignment I give, right, is write a letter to the person that's hurt you the most. What would you say? Whether that's your mother or your father.
That's a tough one. I'm burning up some paper.
I have people crying when they come back and read it to me.
How could you not?
And eventually, as therapy goes on, if that parent is still alive or that person's still alive, I'm going to have you read it to them.
But isn't that kind of more like forgiveness, though? Like you're doing it more for you than you're doing it for them, right?
You're doing it for you than you're doing it for them.
I don't think it should be contingent on you having to show to people. Because
no, sometimes they don't have to.
Deny.
Yeah.
Okay, they not gonna. You wrote that. You was and that's
but let me tell
toxic.
You know what's interesting? My adult clients have a much harder time than my kid clients. My kid clients will write it. They'll be crying. And they'll be ready to read it to their parent or whomever quickly. My adult clients is like, I don't want to repeat this. I don't want to hurt their shame. I don't want, that's one assignment. Another assignment you can do. Whatever age your trauma or your hurt first happened that you can remember. So let's say you were 11 when whatever happened to you or something major happened to you or you were hurt by someone. I always tell my client, write a letter to your 11-year-old self. What would you say? What would you say to the 11-year-old you? That's a very hard assignment.
That is.
That's tears flowing. That's men and women.
That's introspection, y'all. That's when you got to look inside.
That's a start.
That's where the journey begins.
You understand? If anyone on here is treating someone they love like this, maybe you didn't recognize it. Maybe you're like, Dad, I do treat my spouse like this, or my niece, or my nephew, or my parents, or I am a toxic relative. Work on yourself.
Please do.
First thing is work on trying to understand why you have these things with you. Why you haven't been able to apologize to someone you hurt. A lot of things, all it takes is a simple acknowledgement and an apology.
It does, man. And be the bigger person, y'all. I understand a lot of times in these situations, people have money involved. And I get it.
Yep.
You don't like nobody owing you nothing. You don't like nobody getting over in you. But at some point, does money overvalue healing, peace, love? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That money, listen, we only going to live but so long. You can't take that money with you. Even if you lined your coffin in, you can't spend and enjoy that.
Yeah.
Is it really worth it?
Absolutely.
Those memories that you can't create.
Absolutely.
Those relationships that you have to avoid.
Yeah. People fighting in family over materialistic things.
Who got energy for that?
So-and-so's jewelry, so-and-so's fur, so-and-so's car.
Oh no, so-and-so's houses. I was supposed to get the car, but so-and-so took
this. Give me a break.
That happened years ago, y'all.
Let it go.
Most of those cars don't even have value anymore. They don't even work because you was that petty holding on to something.
Yes.
Let that shit go.
Fighting over property.
Let that shit go.
Let it go. All of that.
Move on and learn who God is.
Yes.
You understand? Learn who God is. Because if you start to learn who the Most High and who God is, you even attempt to get closer to Him, you'll be surprised what you learn about yourself.
Absolutely.
You'll be really surprised about who you transform into just by seeking. I tell my wife encouraged me, and it saved my life, it changed my life. She told me, baby, I need you to read the Bible. Man, I went to Catholic school. I want to hear that. I know the Bible back and forward. I know all them stories. And the point is, don't be a sucker.
That was true story.
Okay.
And I was like, oh, okay.
My ignorant self. Let me tell you something. I spend time reading the Bible every day. I take a moment out, good or bad day. You know, I try to get it out when I first wake up in the morning, so the rest of my day is kind of like I have guidance.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what scripture I read or whatever like that, and I just sit with it I sit with quiet for a little bit. I pray, you know, I meditate a little bit on it, and I kid you not, every Bible passage that I post, it has some kind of relation to my life or something that I'm going through, or someone close to me is going through. And it's almost like God is giving me these breadcrumbs to success. He's showing me what success is. He's showing me that the doubt that I have it's nothing more than a component of success that he's putting me through. Teaching me how to be comfortable being uncomfortable.
Mm.
And I never would have got that had I not take time to invest in the word.
Very true.
So I encourage all of you, if you want to get on that next level, if you want the improvement of your life, if you want these grudges and these breaks in your family to make amends, y'all all need to seek the word.
Mm-hmm.
Try being a bigger person in one scenario. I bet you didn't see that coming.
Absolutely.
I bet you didn't
I
see
use
that
the
coming.
Bible app too, Jess. For all those who are always on the run and don't feel comfortable carrying the Bible, there are Bible apps.
It's no excuse. You got it on your phone. Come on, man. It's no excuse.
And you get no one's telling you to read 5 chapters in a day. Just one scripture a day, something that'll just give you a bit of peace, hope, understanding of what's going on. You'll really, really see a lot
guidance
of change
is imperative.
in you.
That guidance is imperative. When I say it's almost like God is warning you about. So He's revealing things to you.
Yeah.
Your foresight, your hindsight, all those things become keener. Even your anger, your impatience, all those things become in perspective.
Absolutely.
Even when you take a loss, it doesn't even feel so much like a loss. It's more like a lesson.
A lesson. Absolutely.
So do it. Listen, y'all. We encourage all of y'all, man. Get into the word, and as always, love the ones you love, y'all.
Love the ones you
Work
love.
on those relationships
love
before
yourself.
you decide that you want to go try this or you want to do it this. Make sure you give that person the same love and dedication that you feel you deserve.
Absolutely. And again, be good to people.
Yes.
It takes,
regardless of their skin,
regardless
of their kin, be good to them.
Be good to people. It takes nothing to be nice.
Yes. Love thy
neighbor. We're not saying be a sucker. We're not saying be a doormat. We're not saying get taken advantage of. But just being nice to people. You put out that energy, love will come back to you.
Praise God.
Give love, you'll get love.
Yes.
Amen. Listen, whatever, regardless of what you believe in, that's law of attraction, that's karma, that's physics, that's science, that's faith. It all says the same thing. Mm-hmm. Love one another and show gratitude. Those two things, love and gratitude, will change your life. Absolutely. I don't care what your belief is. It's the same across the board. Same principles across the board.
So we done sweated it out enough.
I know.
Tonight, boy. Woo! Rod had to purge some shit off his chest as usual. But anybody else that feels some type of way, you know my number. We will holler. Yes, if you choose to. If not, keep that mouth closed. And let's keep it moving.
Listen, if you know anyone or yourself who's going through something, you need some counseling, some therapy,
reach out.
Listen, please reach out. You could always DM me. Remember, everything's always confidential. All the people who work with me, talk with me, they know it's confidential. So just please reach out. I can give you referrals if you need. If you want to know about the free counseling through Boris L. Henson, let me know. Hopefully, again, these rounds go quick. I'll post it, and people 3 months later, oh, is it open? No, it closed.
And I love it. I love my wife. I love my wife still looking out for you. But my wife is a certified a certified doctor. Pay that fee. Come on now. You don't invest in us. You don't invest in yourself. She the best in the business. I promise you. I promise you. All right? That's not just because it's my wife. She's the best in the business. She's met strangers that have poured out their whole life in moments, just meeting her. Check her out. Her skills are off the charts. Okay? This is not just about getting money to her. Best in the business. Okay? The M. Jordan. of this generation of this mental health thing.
And let me tell you why it's not about getting money, because I do a lot of pro bono stuff that my husband's
No,
like,
absolutely, but I want you to
why?
speak your worth, Queen.
I know.
I
I'm
want
just
you to
saying that
speak
it's
your
not
worth, Queen.
how I know for me it's not about money, because I do a lot of pro bono stuff, and my husband's like, why are you doing all of this?
Nah, it's time. If you want to show us support, you really love what we're doing, you really like what we're doing, you really want to get your life together, reach out. Even if you don't use it, get us a referral. Enough of this. I know her. I know she do this, bragging it, but it ain't translating to nothing. Come on now. We got kids.
Yeah,
We want
but
to
a
be
lot
great.
of people, like all my people that do send referrals my way, thank you.
Keep them
Because
coming, y'all.
they do give you a name. Because I'm when I get a message or a call, I'm like, who referred you? So and so referred me.
All my gentlemen out there,
thank you.
Premarital counseling. We're offering it.
Yes.
Things you want to know, questions you need to be asked. You know, the realist gonna give it to you straight, and then the doctor gonna patch you together if I was a little too rough.
Yes.
Come on now. So love, peace,
Listen, we love you
savagery.
guys.
Now, so.
We love you guys. We thank you for this night. We went a little over tonight, but we thank you. We love you. We love you. We love you.
Continue to learn with us, y'all.
Continue to learn. This is still learning for us too. This is personal for us too. We just come on here and we just talk about it. Stuff we go through every day.
Real stuff. Real talk
life.
for real solutions.
This is our real life. So again, we love y'all. Peace, love, sacrifice.
Have a peaceful weekend. Until the next time we meet, y'all.
Yes.
Love.
Smooch.
Mwah.
Good night, guys.
Peace. Oh.
Can you hear me, Mom?
I really wanted to do.
Peace out, y'all.
Mm.
I want this